We want to say welcome, folks. This is Focus on Liberia. We're live here at the Invincible Sports Park. This is Chokonkwe here.
Focus on Liberia.
We are on a tour of the Invincible Sports Park with the Minister of State with our portfolio, Mr. Chokonkwe, here leading a team of journalists to tour this facility regarding reports of this place being flooded with water. Minister Kwe is here on the tour with journalists.
So where are we going? We are going to where the water empties out, and I'll show you the whole, because we started from the inception where the water comes in and how we collect our own water. Please, let somebody clean the place now. And so one of the things before we go to the main system, if you look at the parking lot. The parking lot slopes from left to right, and it comes in almost like V. It's intentionally done because the water that comes from the street has nowhere to go, and so from where the ladies' facility is, we have a hole that allows the water to sink through. That's why you see this brown mark here. It's because it's the water that's flowing from the street. It comes here. You see the normal flow of it? It comes here, and then we collect it from here. The water that is collected here, you see, we slope it down and it goes in here. Now, I want you to show all the path. As we speak, water is still flowing, as I was telling you. This is the natural flow of the water from the park. You see water still going? So there will be no way, no time that the place will be flooded where the water will not drain out. It depends on the volume of rain, how long, the duration of rain. And now we just walk, and I'll show you the natural path of it. So this is the green. And I want you to record that you see the water. All of the parts collected, they won't incorporate them as well.
What's wrong?
You see the water. Now, what we do, let's go and I'll show you. Okay, so we're still moving. We're going to another side.
Focus on Liberia, all on television. We on a tour with Minister Chokonkwe. He's taking us through this facility. He have to bear with us for all of the shaking you experience, and never mind, we trying to make our way. It's not easy. Team of Liberian journalists on this tour.
Said, you got the cover that the water is collected through, and the water is collected from right here. So the water from the park, you see the park over there? It's where the water from the park comes, and then it comes into this big drain. And this water goes in here and is collected through the normal channel. Huh? Yeah, this is where. No, this is where from the park. And now, the only thing that we have to do routinely is to be able to dig out the sand to make sure there is no clog. If this place goes out, the water will go back to the park. But this is the normal flow of the water.
What happens if the quantity of water here rises?
That again is based on natural disaster. If it rains straight 3, 4, 5 weeks, it's not normal. Then this place will get full, and then you will experience flooding here.
Well, Mr. Pui, do you have the mechanism into place to avoid any natural disaster just in case it happens?
Natural disaster, that's why it's called natural. You cannot.
No mechanism?
No.
So it means you're not on the alert?
I'm on the alert. Do you ever get ready for earthquake? Yes, people on the alert. When earthquake comes, can you stop it? No, you cannot stop natural disaster. That's why it's natural. It comes when you least expect it. However, if I notice that there is 3 days of non-stop rain, what I can do, we have to, if this place gets flooded, while the water going on, can you create a new drainage? No, there's nothing you can do. So we will first of all have to pray for the rain to stop.
Okay.
And when the rain stops, the water have to drain out. And when the rain drain out, we go back to normality.
Are you convinced that we do not just deal with this place, but at the back, where it also enters, is another, place you got to deal with?
We can deal with every aspect of a drainage system. However, if you see there is a natural flow and there is no backflipping of the drainage, that means it's emptying well. So why would I go to the end when there are sickness that tells you that there is a problem at the very end? One of the signals is when you don't have normal flow. This is a normal flow. There is no water coming back. If water coming back, then that means there is a plug. Then we have to go and open up. We've been here for more than 10 minutes. It's a normal flow. Water flowing out, water flowing in. That's how we want it, and that's how it's going. So there's no problem. What next?
So I see a new construction ongoing there. What is it?
You always let a great story. So we already have developed the park, but we have some readily available piece of property left. And if we don't develop it, it will be encroached upon. And we already have started seeing the kids by themselves showing interest in skating. There are kids, when you come here at 3, 4 o'clock, they bring their own roller skate and they are skating. Some of them use the other end for bike. And so the president has also instructed me, and we have finalized on the design, and we're going to make the rest of the place a skating area where you can bring your kids and you get skate for a very minimum amount, where you can learn how to skate with your kids. We'll have professionals teaching you, but it's something, at least let the kids have something to do.
Do you also want to talk about the drainage system at the residential place at the back?
No, I don't want to talk about it. What? Because this is it. If I'm talking about, remember, my scope of operation is very small. We have a ministry that is 100% responsible for works that is done that happens to do with construction, and that's public works. And so public work would be the rightful person to ask about a community drainage system. It's not me.
From an engineer perspective, don't you think the flow of water from there can have some connection with the park?
But then that means you are not following through when we're having it, because I also even showed you additional drainage system outside of the park that is collecting water from the community and is channeling through the community. Yeah, and so that's how we are helping the community to control the water. The biggest channel of water is a channel that we collected from outside. It's not our own water. The water that passes through the parking lot is water we collected from the community. So what kind we have giving more solution to solving the water problem in the community. But on a national level, there is an institution responsible for that, and not the
Okay, so folks, on that note, this is how we end this.
And before we end, again, I wanted to address something because we all are here. And I expect there will be more blows that will come our way. But again, no. Remember, we are in a political space. And not just... Okay. Yeah, we were, but you know what happened? The good thing about Spoon TV, they have a radio station in Liberia. And so if they want to fact check, it's good to send a correspondence on ground. But if you sit at the comfort of your home in the United States and just criticize, then we have a problem. Because if we do something that is critically wrong or something that is wrong, there is always room for correction. Nobody have 100% monopoly over knowledge. But if it is right, don't switch it. I wanted to address this stuff, and I want you to go because one of the good things about our government, everything is transparent. The national budget is an instrument that is very transparent, and you can read it from anywhere. And there is this rumors and counter rumors. It's coming from reputable people that are running with the funding of the park being done by budgetary allotment. And I want to, in this open forum, say it's a fallacy.
Where is the money coming from to fund the operations of the...
And if it comes from any other press here, I would be excited to take the question. But when it comes from Kevin, then I'm not excited because I've been on your show on numerous occasions and I'm excited.
For the sake of first-time viewers.
Okay, for the sake of the first-time viewer, a little more than 60% of this particular park is financed directly from the president. Now, 40% of it is financed through 3 SOE.
Namely?
Maritime, MPA, and NASCAR. And this is something we have seen over and over and over again. It was even placed in the president's annual message. If you go to the copy of the president's annual message on this year, he specifically gave thanks and appreciation to those 3 institutions. Not just that. When we had the formal opening, the president took up time again to acknowledge those people. I also acknowledged them on that day. And so it's not a secret. It's something we've been blowing and we've been blowing. And so if a lawmaker come and say they are the one that built the park, when was this budget passed? That would be my first question. When this construction started, I can tell you, it was February of 2019. You guys are following the activities in the country. Can you tell me when the budget was passed this year? Can somebody here tell me?
After February.
February of which year?
Of this year.
It was passed after February.
Yeah.
When that instrument went into, because the budget passed is one thing, when it was actually being used. Because I'm not a financial person, I have no knowledge of those things, but I can tell you, go to the budget, take a copy of the budget and read it and see if there is any money given to the park. If there is a money given to the park, tell me if...
I think the rumor came about when there was a budget line seen for the Invincible Park in the draft.
You say it's a rumor in draft. I'm telling you, a budget that was passed. You can give me shoes in the budget, and it goes to the first branch of government. The first branch of government say, no, you don't need shoes. But before you from the first branch of government tell me that you gave me money, that means you have appropriated that money. It was allotted for and it's there. And the budget says it's there for Invincible Park. I want to know what is that. You give me a copy of that budget, tell me how much is it, and tell me when it was drawn down from. When somebody do good, give them credit. This particular park is the idea of the president. He spearheaded it. He told us what kind of design he needed, and now that the public is benefiting from it, it's amazing to me that the very people that were cursing and saying it was the worst idea now is taking credit and say we the one bid it. So now they agree that the park was good for the people. Are we saying it has now been agreed upon that it was one of the best ideas that we ever did for the young people?
Mr. Pui, one more question from my end quickly. What you are telling us is your expert opinion or is based on what you were told by the engineers regarding the drainage system of the park?
I didn't say by the engineer. I am the engineer.
That's what I'm asking.
No, but I'm saying it was told by me, from me.
Okay.
And everything we were doing here, I was giving you calculations and I walk you through the entire process. And so this is something that we're doing. The park belongs to the Liberian people.
Okay.
The idea for the park, the design for the park and everything comes from the president. The engineering part of it was done by me,
okay,
and the construction part of it was done by another company.
Okay.
And so the question that was raised today was an engineering question, and that's why I'm taking the lead.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah,
thank you. Yeah. It's Minister Chokonkwi, the Minister of State with our portfolio, on a tour with journalists as we tour the
I want to go see the bathroom now. I gotta go.
Invincible Sport Park. Excuse me. This is my camera.
There is a bathroom, right? Okay, so if you don't go and pee on the bathroom,
Mr. Chokonkwi, they're making some clarity regarding the news that broke out all across social media yesterday about the Invincible Sports Park. We're trying to make our way back into the park. It's going over there. I don't know where.
Any recording, let them go straight. Any recording you want to do, go straight. Recording until it happens there. Recording on wall. Nobody can see it.
We want to make our way back into the park just to tour for you a little more, folks. As you watch, share the video so that others can have the opportunity to view exactly what we are reporting here today. So we are back into the park, folks. This is the Invincible Sports Park. All of you who are watching, please share the video as we...
Let it enter on outside. Sarah, go over in that place.
Share the video as we take a tour of the park. We are on a tour with the Minister of State with our portfolio, Minister Chokonpui. We're just on the outside of the park, looking at the drainage system there. And so we're back in now. And of course, we want you to have this is one of the basketball courts where you have the students out here playing basketball. So you have schools of students out here making use of this facility. As a matter of fact, this is my first time entering this park, providing you this live coverage. And so this is one of the sports pages of the park. And so here we are, we'll be one down very shortly. We'll be one down very shortly. The minister is back. And so he's talking. Let's see what we can pick it up from that end, if possible. If not, then we'll be one down very shortly. But if you're just joining us, welcome. This is the live all on television focus on Liberia. My name is Theo Williams, and of course we are live from the Invincible Sports Park, where today Mr. Chokonpui is here with a team of journalists to tour this facility after the news broke that this place was flooded. That was all across social media last evening. So we will I'm just allowing you to see all across this facility as we wind down very shortly. I'm just allowing you to have a clear view of the facility as we wind down.
People that's supposed to hold our thing. They're telling your young people to hold it.
And so, folks, we want to leave you at this point. We thought to come out here to allow you to have a clear glimpse of the facility. And so it's been a wonderful time here at the Invincible Sports Park in Central Monrovia. It's been a wonderful time. Thanks for being with us. We want to call it a day. Thank you very kindly. We'll talk to you again some other time. But keep following us, keep following Focus on Liberia online television. On behalf of the team, our CEO, Mr. Dennis Jar, Head of Operations, Mr. Anthony is here. My name is Theo Williams, bidding you farewell from the Invincible Sports Park in Monrovia.